All right, guys, it does happen occasionally that I have a knife that I really didn't like. And then over time, I've kind of changed my opinion. And it has happened with this Southern designed Spyderco Hanan. It doesn't happen often that I have completely changed. Now, all the things that I said were wrong with the knife are still wrong with the knife, but I've gotten to where I can kind of overlook them. So we're gonna look at it again from above. But first, I gotta do the YouTuber thing. There's a whole bunch of affiliate links down below. I am a self-sponsored channel. That's how I sponsor the channel. Anything you purchase supports the channel and it doesn't cost you anything extra, so I'd appreciate it if you check out all the affiliate links down below. Now, let's turn this around and look at it from above after you guys listen to about 20 seconds of music. All right, guys. So I did a video about this knife, and I was adamant that I just didn't like this knife. And now some time has passed, and I've kind of changed my mind. Now, don't get me wrong. The things that are wrong with this knife, I still don't like. But I don't know why, but this knife has kind of endeared itself to me. I've changed my opinion on some of the things about this knife. So let's go ahead and get into it. This is the Southard designed Spyderco Hanan. Now I'm gonna put up a spec sheet over here as soon as I can find one. If not, there'll just be a picture or something that I wrote down because I haven't done it yet. This is in titanium, G10, and S30V steel. Now I'm not a fan of S30V, but this isn't too bad on this one. This is done in their Taichung, Taiwan plant. And this is a compression lock. So things about this knife that I find myself going to is it's an attractive package. It's an attractive package. It's really comfortable in hand. It really is. Even the pocket clip being a little tall on a small knife, it's really comfortable in hand and it's attractive. The grind on it is very well done. The finish on it is great. Now, it had a lot of oxidation. I don't know if you guys can see back here. There's still some. I have not taken the knife completely apart to remove some of the oxidation. It kind of had some leopard skin oxidation to it where it was kind of spotty. And I cleaned that up and I talked about it in a short. But it really is shaped and very reminiscent of a kukri. And it's just like a little small kukri. It's got a nice sweep on its recurve. The grind, it's really, really aggressively sharp. It does cut well, and it feels good in hand. Now, I will go ahead and I'm going to give you the bad things about this knife. This knife, like I said, really well done. This is probably one of the better fit and finish I've seen on a Spyderco in a long time. The way the bolster and the scale come together here with this integral bolster and then the scale, it is really, really, actually that's not even an integral bolster, that's an actual screwed on bolster. I just noticed that. It's done really well and you can just barely feel it there. On this side, nothing. I can't feel it at all. G10 is done clean and polished, but still is not slippery. The titanium has just simply been blasted, but it's a fine blast. It's probably a bead blast. It's just a nice, very, very fine finish on that is not at all sticky or gritty. I don't typically like an actual bead blast. Blade finish on it is a very, very well done stone wash that is almost polished. It's really, really clean, nice markings on it and everything like that. It is a compression lock. The compression lock does get your fingers out of the way. So now we've talked about all the goods. Oh, and reversible pocket clip. If that's what you're looking for, it's got a reversible pocket clip, which only is a single point attachment, but is milled out and deep enough that there's no blade play in that pocket clip. So it's a thick pocket clip with a lot of tension. That's the one thing I'm going to say about the pocket clip. It's not a hot spot. It's a really comfortable pocket clip, but we're starting to get into some of the negatives. But the pocket clip is very thick and it's really stiff. Even in jeans, it's a little tight. If this G10 was at all textured and coarse, it would be tearing up pockets. The action on it is a little soft, as you can see. If you don't load up on that and just really hammer it open, it's just kind of wishy-washy. You can get it to deploy, but it's not great. And it has a lot to do with the compression lock in a flipper. I don't think it was a good idea. The hole, from an aesthetic standpoint, looks as though something was missing. It looks like there was a thumb stud there that got taken out and removed, but it's not. It's that typical Spyderco Spidey hole that you get on Spyderco knives. Now let's talk about the actual lock and some of my problems with the lock on this knife. Okay, now when you engage this knife, your finger winds up right here, and well, I missed it, but when you engage the lock, when you flip it, hear that? That's because my finger is currently being pinched by the lock bar. Now, once you let go, there's no problem, but you wind up getting your finger pinched. And I actually had a friend that was like, that's actually uncomfortable. It's not super tight, like it's pinching you, like it's gonna leave a blood blister or anything, but my finger is definitely pinched in there when I flip that open. And I just don't think that was such a good idea. However, lockup on it is really, really solid. I mean, it is locked up like a bank vault once it's open. And then you get all the benefits of like you'd have with a liner lock. There is no change in the sides of the scales for the lock bar. It's right here on the back. And the other thing is when you're closing the knife, your finger is not in the travel of the blade. It does pop back open though. See what I'm saying? So, but the compression lock is cool because it will allow you to close that knife without putting your fingers in the travel of the blade. And the other couple little things I don't like about it, the sharpening on this is going to be problematic. Spyderco's famous for this. They don't add a choil. I do know that. They never add a sharpening choil. On this one, it's going to be even more pronounced because it's a recurve. I believe that I'm probably going to wind up adding a sharpening choil to that. But the flip side of it is that it's attractive the way it goes up like that. So I'm torn. Do I want that there or not? And I don't know how soon I'm gonna have to sharpen this because I don't know if Sharif sharpened this before he sent it to me, or if I know that's not a factory edge. That can't be the factory edge on this. It's too clean and crisp. Spyderco edges are always, well, they're always horrible. So I'm gonna say that's an afterthought, aftermarket sharpening done by the owner, probably Sharif Manganis. Before he sent it to me, I should say. So it's got some issues, and the issues that I noted and I said are still there, but something about this knife has kind of changed its point of reference in my brain. I carried this a lot over the last month or so, mainly because I did the video and I said how much I liked it or I didn't like it. And someone told me that like, hey, I love that knife. You should probably get a fairer shot. Just give it a chance. And I did. And I was pleasantly surprised because, like I like to say, occasionally in the initial process, I'll say I like a knife a little bit and then I'll find problems with it. Or I'll find some problems with a knife that I initially noticed in the first day carry. And then I find them not to be an issue, which isn't the case with this. All those problems I still don't like. But something about this knife has endeared itself to me. It's not that it's a Southard design. I know that Brad is a very well-known, renowned knife maker, and I was very surprised when he made, in my opinion, what I thought was a turd at first. But there's something about this knife that really has kind of drawn me to it. I don't know if it's the look or what. I will say I am probably going to take this knife apart and put the parts in for a tumble and give it a stone wash, just the titanium pieces. But it's a good-looking knife. Once you get past the problems, it's a good looking knife and it cuts really well and it's a comfortable cutter and it is a nice small little package. So pleasantly surprised that I've changed my mind on this. I'm probably going to wind up keeping this knife. Like I said, I was going to do it as a giveaway and now I believe it's going to stay here. And mainly because someone told me, hey, give that knife another chance. I did. And now I've found that I do like it. So that's all I got, guys. Let's turn this around, do some final thoughts, and get you sent out about your day. So there you go, guys. It does happen from time to time that I change my knife, my feelings about a knife. Sometimes it happens in between the first impressions and things like that, but rarely is it something that I was so adamantly opposed to that then it turns around into something that I really like. I was going to give this knife away, and now I don't think I'm going to, because I do like it. I like the way it feels. I like the way it cuts. The things that were wrong with it, like I said in the intro, are still wrong with it, but it's kind of endeared itself, and I don't know how, I don't know why, but it's endeared itself to me to a point now where I'm like, I kind of dig this knife. So that's pretty much it on this one, guys. If you like the videos, give them a thumbs up. If you don't like them, give them a thumbs down, but please try to tell me why. I can't change the content and what you don't like if you don't tell me what that is. If you want to support the channel, it's as simple as like, share, subscribe, drop a comment, hit the bell icon. If you do hit that bell icon, make sure you've got notifications turned on your device. You will not get notified of the pretty much 3 things that go up a day, Monday through Friday. Other ways you can support the channel if you want to do it financially. I said before, I have affiliate links down below. That's the best way because money comes to me from Amazon and Blade HQ and things like that. But there's other ways you can do it. I have a membership down below that is tier-based. Pick the tier that gets you what you want out of the membership, but keep in mind, everyone saves $5 off my sharpening service. Everyone gets access to my Gilded server. Premium tier members have access to a sharpening tutorial series. And I do giveaways off of YouTube over on the Gilded server for the baseline and premium tier members. And the last way you can do it is I have a merchandise store over on Ember Shirt Co. I've set up a coupon code that works anywhere at Ember Shirt Co. That coupon code is CrazySharp, all one word, capital C, capital S, CrazySharp. Saves you 10% at checkout. And if you send me pictures of you wearing my merchandise, I will put them in a video. Guys, that's it. I love you all. Keep it clean. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. Keep it clean in the comments section. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. And I will see you in the next video. Jeez, I'm tongue-tied today.